Welcome to Tom and Ben News Wikipedia News Edition. On third episode is Pepsi.
Pepsi is a carbonated soft drink manufactured by PepsiCo.
Originally created and developed in 1893 by Calvin Bradham and introduced as Brett's drink, it was renamed as Pepsi Cola in 1898 and then shortened to Pepsi in 1961.
Pepsi was first introduced as Brett's drink in New Bern, North Carolina, United States in 1893 by Calvin Bradham, who made it at his drugstore where the drink was sold.
It was renamed Pepsi Cola in 1898 after the Greek word for digestion. Pronounced the same as Pepsi, which the drink was purported to aid, and cola after the cola nut.
The original recipe also included sugar and vanilla.
Whoa!
Bradham sought to create a fountain drink that was appealing and would aid indigestion and boost energy.
In 1903, Bradham moved the bottling of Pepsi Cola from his drugstore to a rented warehouse.
That year, Bradham sold 7,968 gallons of syrup.
The next year, Pepsi was sold in 6-ounce bottles and sales increased to 19,848 gallons.
In 1909, automobile race pioneer Barney Oldfield was the first celebrity to endorse Pepsi Cola, describing it as a bully drink. Refreshing, invigorating, a fine bracer before a race.
The advertising theme, delicious and healthful, was then used over the next 2 decades. In 1923, the Pepsi Cola Company entered bankruptcy in large part due to financial losses incurred by speculating on the widely fluctuating sugar prices as a result of World War I.
Assets were sold and Roy C. McGargle bought the Pepsi trademark.
McGargle was unsuccessful in efforts to find funding to revive the brand, and soon Pepsi's assets were purchased by Charles F., the president of Loft, Incorporated.
Loft was a candy manufacturer with retail stores that contained soda fountains.
He sought to replace Coca-Cola at his store's fountains after the Coca-Cola Company refused to give him additional discounts on syrup.
Whoa!
Jeff then had Loft's chemists reformulate the Pepsi Cola syrup formula.
On 3 separate occasions between 1922 and 1933, the Coca-Cola Company was offered the opportunity to purchase the Pepsi Cola Company, and it declined on each occasion. During the Great Depression, Pepsi Cola gained popularity following the introduction in 1934 of a 12-ounce bottle.
Prior to that, Pepsi and Coca-Cola sold their drinks in 6.5-ounce servings for about $0.05 a bottle.
With a radio advertising campaign featuring the popular single Nickel, Nickel, first recorded by the Two Twisters in 1940, Pepsi encouraged price-conscious consumers to double the volume their nickels could purchase.
The jingle is arranged in a way that loops, creating a never-ending tune.
Pepsi Cola hits the spot /12 full ounces, that's a lot /twice as much for a nickel. Pepsi Cola is the drink for you.
Coming at a time of economic crisis, the campaign succeeded in boosting Pepsi's status.
From 1936 to 1938, Pepsi Cola's profits doubled.
Pepsi's success under Jeff came while the long candy business was faltering.
Since he had initially used Loft's finances and facilities to establish the new Pepsi success, the near-bankrupt Loft Company sued Jeff for possession of the Pepsi-Cola Company.
Following legal battle, Jeff B. Loft was sued, with a case reaching the Delaware Supreme Court and ultimately ending in a loss for Jeff. From the 1930s through the late 1950s, Pepsi-Cola hits the spot was the most commonly used slogan in the days of old radio, classic motion pictures, and later television.
Its jingle, conceived in the days when Pepsi cost only 5 cents, was used in many different forms, with different lyrics.
With the rise of radio, Pepsi utilized the services of a young, up-and-coming actress named Holly Bergen to promote products, oftentimes lending her singing talents to the classic Hits the Spot jingle. Film actress Joan Crawford, after marrying Pepsi-Cola president Alfred M. Steele, became a spokesperson for Pepsi, appearing in commercials, television specials, and televised beauty pageants on behalf of the company.
Crawford also had images of the soft drink placed prominently in several of her later films.
When Steele died in 1959, Crawford was appointed to the board of directors of Pepsi-Cola, a position she held until 1973, although she was not a board member of the larger PepsiCo, created in 1965. Pepsi has been featured in several films, including Back to the Future, 1985, Home Alone, 1990, Wayne's World, 1992, Fight Club, 1999, and World War Z, 2013. In 1996, PepsiCo launched the highly successful Pepsi Stuff marketing strategy.
Reject Blue was launched in several international markets outside the United States in April.
The launch included extravagant publicity stunts, such as a Concorde aeroplane painted in blue colors, which was owned by Air France, and a banner on the Mir space station. The Project Blue design arrived in the United States test, marketed in June 1997, and finally released in 1998 worldwide to celebrate Pepsi's 100th anniversary.
It was at this point the logo began to be referred to as the Pepsi Globe.
In October 2008, Pepsi announced that it would be redesigning its logo and rebranding many of its products by early 2009.
In 2009, Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, and Pepsi Max began using all lowercase fonts for name brands.
The brand's blue and red globe trademark became a series of smiles with a central white band arching at different angles depending on the product until 2010.
Pepsi released this logo in US in late 2008, and later it was released in 2009 in Canada, the first country outside of the United States for Pepsi's new logo. Brazil, Bolivia, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Colombia, Argentina, Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, Panama, Chile, Dominican Republic, the Philippines, and Australia. In the rest of the world, the new logo was released in 2010. The old logo is still used in several international markets and has been phased out most recently in France and Mexico. We will be continuing about Pepsi in part 2.
Also, we apologize yet again for made earlier caused technical difficulties due to a wish ad.
Anyways, stay tuned for part 2.